Injuries are fine, Lee. You didn't see anything, did you? Ty practice full today. You'll be fine. Ed practiced some today. We'll see how his foot feels tomorrow.
Final count of how many times Michael voided his stomach the other day.
Michael said he got a full night's sleep last night for the first time in weeks, so or in a while. So that was good.
Did Ed practice okay? Is he looking closer? Is he doing good?
I said Ed is going to be a game. What's Belichick always say? Let's just get to it. Ed is a game time decision.
But how does he look? Is he doing?
He's a handsome kid, man. I mean, he got a lot going for him. You're on my team. Remember this.
How do you think the team that is practicing?
What's that again?
How do you think the players that are practicing have kind of taken the momentum from that win?
Yeah, we had Monday off, and so we practiced today. I thought the guys were very alert to what's going on with Michigan State. They're very alert to what caused us problems against Purdue and why we, were able to come back and win. So I thought their attentiveness was really, really good. And the thing is they're more encouraged. Anytime you get a win, you just feel better. But I forget, one of the coaches said, we can't get soft now that we're winning. And I said, we won one game. I had to define a winning streak for him. So you know how that goes.
And along those lines, Coach, you talk about winning streaks, and this is a team that losses have led to more losses, wins have led to more wins. Is there anything behind that?
With our team, really the big losing streak that we had here, the two times that I thought, one was competition. We just were against really good competition, and I think we lost a road game in there too. Second of all, or a couple of them, and second of all, I think Ed's injury and the timeliness of that wasn't very good for us.
What jumps out about Michigan State? Obviously, kind of a young team.
Yeah, they're very young. You talk about injuries. I don't think even with the the guys they don't have, and then with Miles Bridges being hurt for 6 or 7 games, whatever it was, hurt them at a time. But he's come back very strong. They're great in transition. They're so fast down the floor they can hurt you. They get you a lot of different ways. In the games Miles plays, they're really good on the glass. They're good inside. They make you just like Purdue. They make you make decisions on how you're going to handle Nick Ward, how you're going to handle Miles Bridges. What about the guards like Aaron Harris? And then they got a speed demon like Tum Tum Narens. And then a playmaker. They got a shooter like Langford, a playmaker like Cassius Winston. They got a lot of weapons. They're young, though. And so young guys aren't often as consistent as you'd want them to be. But if there's one guy in the world you'd want coaching him, it's Tom Izzo.
Does Izzo still speak to you now that they've beaten him
No.
3 times in a row?
No.
What's been the key to that, though, to beat Michigan State?
I don't know. I think
Particularly that you guys have done well, or
what really happened? We got lucky because we had players just go off. Petaway went off on them. Siobhan went off on them. They caught us on a hot day here on Avery Day, and so I think we've been real fortunate on those things.
I think the players kind of get more amped up playing against a program like Michigan State compared to other teams.
If they do, I'm gonna tell them Michigan is Michigan State from now on too. Then, I mean, maybe. They are a worldwide brand. Tom Izzo's the same, and everybody knows, how good they are and what their tradition is like, and so maybe they get up for it. I guess I never asked and thought of that, but that's a good thought. Maybe they do. I hope they do.
Any difference in confidence with Jordy with him being in the starting lineup and kind of how he played the other night? Or
Well, Jordy is one of a kind, so I would say that Jordy's Jordy. Whether he starts or comes off the bench, he's kind of his cheery self. But today he was limited in his reps. We've been limiting him for a while. He's nursing a bruised foot too, so we're just keeping an eye on that. So he just had a few reps today. So we'll know. I mean, like that mentality, we'll find out on Thursday night, I think.
Tim Painter talked after the game about how they really wanted to attack Ty and Glenn. I mean, obviously your guards are going to get a lot of attention because of their scoring averages. How are you seeing those two guys hold up physically, and what are you trying to do to try to get them through that?
Well, I think we tried. Like we were lighter today in practice, so might have to manage Ty's minutes a little more. In the second half, and not, play him till he falls. We've always treated Glenn like that, so I'm not worried. And we gave Glenn really limited reps today too, just to make sure that he'd be ready to go. So you just kind of manage the whole deal, just like anything else. It's a daily thing rather than an in-game. It's more daily than it is in-game adjustments.
Are you seeing those guys handle the extra attention they're getting pretty well?
I think they're all right. Yeah, I think they've done fine for us. They're our go-to guys. Everybody knows it. They know it. Our opponents know it. So I think they relish that opportunity.
Hey, Coach, with it being Ty Lue retirement game on Thursday, what are your thoughts on him as a player and as a coach and what he's meant to the Nebraska program?
Yeah, I've watched some old tape on Tyronn Lue, and he was so fun to watch, so quick, get separation. Man, I could have got that guy a lot more points than Danny needed. Tell him I said that. So I'll probably get a text from him right now. But Danny, not Ty. But he was really a guy that, was a special player, really powerful in his legs, got into his shot. It was a lot of fun. And, and a winner. And I think he proved that as he went through in the NBA and won 2 championships as a player, one as a coach at a very young age as a coach. And so it's very impressive that he's, he walks the walk and he talks the talk and he walks the walk. When he made the Hall of Fame in 2012, he went to our players and gave everybody his cell number and his personal email address. He said, reach out anytime you want. When Terran Pettaway was struggling with his mother's illness and not playing as well as he'd hoped to play, he texted me and got Terran's number to reach out to him. Asked me if he could, absolutely. So he really cares about about Nebraska. He really cares about the success of our program, and we're very fortunate to have been lucky enough where we've been able to include him with the Hall of Fame. He came back for a football game, and then of course retiring his jersey. What a special honor for him, but also a well-deserved honor for him too.
You talking to the team before the game? Or
we haven't. I haven't had that meeting yet. I texted Tyronn last night just that we're going to try and do you right, and he was very. I'm sure you will, and so we're excited about him coming back. But he has, like, he talked to us in the fall already. So I want this to be his night, and so I don't want him to have to feel like he's got a responsibility to get us going. I want us to get going for him.
Can you put a value on what him being an alma mater of Nebraska just means to you as a coach in this program?
Well, everybody that, when we show him that Tyronn went here and the kind of player he was here, and then we show him his rings, and, everybody's like, really? And it's an impressive, what he's done is an impressive feat, and his accomplishments are extremely impressive. And then when they see his ability as a player too, and how many points he scored and assists and steals and everything he did in just 3 years, his numbers are amazing too. So I think when you show a recruit that, they see him not only as a player and not only as a coach, but just, he kind of transcends both those things.
How much do players or recruits kind of just see him as, head coach Lou instead of, the players with the general?
Yeah, that's what I think they're always surprised when we show them how good a player he was. Some guys only know him from the Iverson clip, which is, they should show the other clip when Tyronn kisses his ring. And what's that? Yeah, he kisses his championship ring, and Iverson, I don't think they make a runner-up ring. So, I think they don't really realize how good he was. Anything else for the good of the order?